Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Ashley and welcome to Ashley's Roses. I've not said that intro in a very long time. Last year I started this new video series on my channel where I go to all the different filming locations of my favorite movies and TV shows. And so far the only video in that series is Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I went to all the different San Francisco filming locations of that movie. But funny enough is that same day I was also going to different inspired filming locations of a completely different film. And that was Pixar's Inside Out. And what I mean by inspired filming location is that Pixar Studios headquarters is actually in Emeryville, which is in Oakland, which is not far from San Francisco. So a lot of the creators at Pixar Animation Studio get inspiration from places in Emeryville and Oakland and San Francisco. So you'll find a lot of Easter eggs of those places in a lot of Pixar's films. And one of my favorites is Inside Out. So I definitely wanted to go to as many inspired filming locations that I could find in San Francisco. But let me just say, multitasking by going to different filming locations of two completely opposite different kinds of movies throughout the city of San Francisco is not easy, but it did make it quite the adventure. So I'm excited to share all these different locations with you guys, and let me know if you guys end up going to some of these places or have been to any of these places, because honestly it was fun exploring a little bit more of San Francisco, which is a city that I'm actually starting to love. The first sighting of San Francisco that we see in Pixar's Inside Out as Riley's family moves from Minnesota to San Francisco is San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. So the family actually drives through it, and honestly you guys, this is a famous bridge and you can drive over it, but there's so many different viewpoints that you can see of the bridge all over San Francisco. So there's not really one specific place that you can go to in San Francisco to see the bridge, but my favorite is this little tourist section that's right near the bridge, but my favorite place is near the Presidio, but we'll get to that a little bit later. The next place that we see in the film is the Ferry Building, also known as the Clock Tower. And this is right by the pier, so it's a very popular area, full of tourists, and you quickly see the family drive by it. Only for a brief second do we see Riley and her family driving down Lombard Street. And Lombard Street is this famous little curvy street that's up near Russian Hill in San Francisco. And my favorite spot to get a good viewpoint is actually on the sidewalk, because then you can see all these different cars coming down, but you can actually drive down. Although I don't know for sure, but there was talk that you would get a fee if you would drive over it, get a toll fee. Let me look that up. Update: you don't have to pay anything to drive down Lombard Street. See, I live in California, and a few years ago there's this whole big thing of like, people have to pay to drive down Lombard Street now, and because it's a very congested area, because everybody wants to drive down Lombard Street, which is fine. I mean, it kind of is a tourist trap, but no, it's not a trap, but it is a tourist destination. And because it gets so congested, the people of San Francisco were saying, you know, we should have like a fee so the city can make more money. Apparently, back in 2019, they changed that, so you don't have to pay to go down Lombard Street. You do get a fee when you drive over Golden Gate Bridge though, just so you're aware, in case you've never driven across the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah. There's a toll fee. You don't really have to stop. They'll like take a picture of your license plate and then they'll bill you later. This has nothing to do with the video. I'm just, you know, if you're new to California and if you come to San Francisco, and then you're like, what? I got a toll fee? Moving on. Moving on to Riley's new neighborhood, and this is found to be inspired by Hyde and Green Street, which is in Russian Hill, which is not too far from Lombard Street. So my mom was with me. We did drive through Green and Hyde Street, but honestly it was easier to show on Google Maps because shooting Shang-Chi and the Legend of 10 Rings with Pixar, it was getting confusing because we were going back and forth over all these different streets. So we're gonna make it simple with Google Maps. But as you can see, if you look up and down the road, especially on Hyde Street with the cable car tracks, it looks very, very similar to what is seen in Inside Out. Then next is the alley that is near Riley's house, and this is still near Green and Hyde Street in Russian Hill, but it is also thought to be near Delgado Place. And by looking at this, it does look very similar to the alleyway that is in Inside Out. I did not film this, but I think I remember we passed that area. I'm not really sure. We passed a lot of different alleyways and streets while we were going through the Russian Hill area. And of course, we can't forget about the congratulations San Francisco, you've ruined pizza moment, where they are served broccoli pizza. There are two places that have been thought to have inspired this. The first place is Arizmendi Bakery in Emeryville, and this is actually not too far from Pixar Animation Studios. And it has been confirmed that this is the place that inspired the pizza place. This is the place that inspired the pizza place. Wow. Okay, maybe I should choose some different words. But this is what inspired that location. I've never been there, but I will one day, and I will try the food. However, there is a pizza place that is found in the Russian Hill neighborhood area that is very close to where everything else is taking place. And honestly, location-wise, it makes sense. And that is Za Pizza. It is on Russian Hill. And honestly, you guys, it's probably one of my favorite pizza joints ever. I have been there so many times since doing this filming locations video. The owner there is so nice and the food there is so good. But it was said that before this movie came out, there were people from Pixar having lunch there. So it's quite possible that people were exploring the Russian Hill area to get inspiration and had pizza at this pizza place. Because as you see the different sidewalk area that Riley and her mom are walking up and down, it looks just like the same street that Za Pizza is on, which is on Russian Hill. So that makes sense, but it has been confirmed by Pixar that the Arizmendi Bakery, pretty sure I'm not saying that right, but the Arizmendi Bakery is what inspired the pizza place. So you can choose, but Za Pizza to me will be the pizza place that's in Inside Out. Next is Riley's Middle School. Now this first location I did not go to, and this is the Marina Middle School, and it's been said by the Pixar Animation Studios team. Maybe I should just say Pixar production team. Pixar Animations. Pixar. It's been said by Pixar that they pulled inspiration of the architecture of the Marina Middle School and other schools in the San Francisco area. So this does look very similar to the movie. However, it has been said by those of San Francisco that the middle school looks very similar to the James Lick Middle School, which is actually the one that I went to go visit. And this one to me looks very close to Riley's Middle School in the film. So next is the bus stop area, and I did not film this, but I did pull it up on Google Maps for you guys. And this is on South Van Ness and 14th Street. And it has been thought that Pixar were inspired by a few ideas of the car dealership there, but also the historic buildings that are surrounding that area. But in addition to that, this is actually very close to where all the different freeway entrances and exits are, including the one to get to Oakland, which makes sense with all the different moments of those scenes. I'm not gonna spoil it in case you haven't seen Inside Out, but those different scenes. And last but not least is the hockey rink. And as I mentioned earlier, my favorite place to view the Golden Gate Bridge is at the Presidio. And this is where I thought the hockey rink was at, because it appears to be like the type of look of the buildings of the Presidio. However, it is not. The actual location of the hockey rink is actually right where the Walt Disney Family Museum is. And yes, the Walt Disney Family Museum is in San Francisco, and I went to it a few months ago, and it is so cool. It talks about not only like the history of Disney, but also like Walt Disney himself and his family. So it's very cool. If you're ever in San Francisco, highly recommend you check out the Walt Disney Family Museum. But Pixar said that they wanted to pay respect to the Walt Disney Family Museum by having it where Riley's hockey rink, like if you took out the museum and put the hockey rink, that's the location. But as you can see, the Golden Gate Bridge is in the background, and if you go to the back of the building, that Golden Gate Bridge view, which is kind of ugly with the fence, but that view of the Golden Gate Bridge is what can be seen in the movie. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but I would have to say, if you go inside the Walt Disney Family Museum, as you go throughout the whole tour, there's one part that you'll get to where it's like the back wall is completely like glass window that just looks out to the Golden Gate Bridge, and you get the perfect like aha moment of like, I get it, like this is the hockey rink and that is the most gorgeous view of the Golden Gate Bridge. I think I have some photos. If I do, you will be seeing it on screen, but highly recommend you get the tour, because then you can see that. Otherwise, my favorite spot to look at, the Golden Gate Bridge, is in the Presidio. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this inspired filming locations video of Pixar's Inside Out. There are definitely so many more Pixar movies, but not only that, so many more movies and TV shows and all these different filming locations that I want to travel to and visit and bring you guys along as well, because like I love these type of videos. Like I love looking up different locations and like how to get there and see where other people have gone. So I'm so excited to share this with you guys, and there'll be more in the works for you guys. I just have to go to all of them. But comment a movie that you've been wanting to know where they filmed it or where it was based off of, and I'd love to go to one of those areas and film it for you guys and give you guys all the details of how to get there and such. So if you haven't seen the first one in the series, which is Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, definitely go check it out. It'll be linked above and below. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, you guys, because it really helps my channel out, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. So thank you for subscribing, and thank you for being part of this family and part of this journey. Just hit 900 subscribers, and I'm so thankful for that. And I just finished the 3rd season of my podcast with a total of 50 episodes of all the different seasons on my podcast, which is crazy. And now I'm getting ready for season 4. So I'm so thankful for all of you guys' support. So thank you for bringing me this far, and excited for what else is to come. So with that said, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.